All right, everyone, we can go ahead and get started. Once again, thank you so much for hopping on and joining our SkySlope Masterclass, all about those newest features. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Kira. I'm part of the Learning and Development team here at SkySlope, and today I'll be your tour guide. Just a quick touch on what we will cover during today's session. The first is going to be flagging in Breeze. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Breeze, this is going to be our newest disclosure tool that we're launching in addition to Forms. So keep an eye, not available in your area quite yet. Still would be a good idea to take a peek at what this tool is all about. We are most likely bringing it to you here soon. Next, we'll talk about Teams access in Forms. Now, this is actually our newest Broker Edition feature. Broker Edition is going to be an additional paid add-on to your Forms account. So I always like to clarify that up front. Broker Edition will be an additional paid add-on, and I'll show you exactly how to get access to more information if these tools are something that you would like to apply to your own Forms account. Last but not least, our home warranty process. SkySlope is really excited to now offer Washington, Oregon, and Nevada different home warranty ordering options within their SkySlope transaction management. Previously, we only offered this to California, Arizona, and Texas, so we'll have a chance to quickly touch on those new providers that we offered and exactly where to use this shortcut. Now, I wanted to just take a moment and introduce or really talk about our SkySlope products, since we are touching 3 new features in each different side of the account. So the first is going to be, of course, that all-in-one transaction management platform. This is going to be your SkySlope, what we refer to as a DTM or a transaction management dashboard. Next, we brought into Forms. So we heard we were really looking to be the one-stop shop. Agents were often requesting us to host Forms directly within SkySlope, so we took that feedback and created our SkySlope full-service digital Forms platform. Now, we created Forms. We had rave reviews there. However, we noticed something was still missing. We really were looking to simplify that guided experience there for those sellers. So we know that those seller disclosures are often a lot of back and forth. They can get a little bit messy. We created Breeze to help simplify this. The best way you can really think of Breeze is kind of like a TurboTax type solution. Instead of your clients filling out these forms in that legal setting, navigating those tiny little check boxes and real estate lingo, we instead created our own Breeze dashboard here so that you have the ability to send out these disclosures and receive them back confidently, knowing that they are ready to go. So actually 70% of seller-facing disclosures come back within 24 hours through the use of Breeze. So we're really excited to offer that as a new feature. Once again, for those of you, if you just hopped on, keep in mind what I cover here today. If you do not have access to Forms or Breeze quite yet, today will just be a little bit more of a sneak peek. So with that, I'll go ahead and hop into my SkySlope demo account. All right, there we are. So I am now in my SkySlope home base. So again, this is my brokerage's main landing page. I am simply using a demo account here today. So you'll notice that SkySlope logo and colors. Now, the first thing that I'm going to highlight is flagging in Breeze. Once again, if you do not have access to Breeze quite yet, that is okay. We're most likely coming to you here soon. And now I use Breeze frequently, so I'm going to notice it here in my apps menu. However, if you have never used Breeze before, you'll first navigate into Forms. Once you hop into your SkySlope Forms account here, you'll then see Breeze as an available option underneath that apps menu. Once you do utilize Breeze, it'll appear in that apps menu from your home screen, understanding that you'll most likely utilize that shortcut. So I'll click right on in. Once again, Breeze is going to be our disclosure tool here, simplifying that experience for those seller-facing disclosures. Now, we actually have a brand new feature within Breeze and that is the ability for clients to flag questions. So I'll go ahead and scroll right on down here, and I can see that this, perfect, let's say this right here, my agent, Sati, had a chance to send over this TDS, and it looks like that my clients had a question on it. So if I actually go ahead and click on this flag here, I can refer to that question with this orange banner. I'll go ahead and click right on in. I can review that question here along with seeing who left it, date and timestamp. This is great because it will not only highlight exactly where this question is relevant to, but it will also display this on the paneling here, so you do not need to scroll through searching for those sticky notes. I'll go ahead and write on back out of that TDS, and once again, I found that flag from that main dashboard. I can actually scroll right on down from this main view, and I'll notice the ability to find flagged documents with this little additional label. So here within Breeze, when your client is reviewing and completing disclosures to send them through, they have the opportunity to flag a section of the disclosure and then ask their agent a question about that section. From the client perspective, they can ask as many questions as they need. Even after asking those questions, they can still submit their incomplete disclosure to be reviewed by you, the agent. They are informed. Upon submitting these here, they know that they've submitted their incomplete disclosure as is. We've even sent them over an email reminding them as such, and their agent will be in touch with them to address any of those questions. Now, again, pivoting over to that agent view, after your client has submitted a question, you'll see on your Breeze dashboard that item has been flagged, just like we just clicked into. You'll be able to hop in and navigate that bar on the right-hand side, date and time stamped, along with the user that left the comment. So that is going to be our flagging feature here that we've added into Breeze. Once again, if you have not had a chance to dive into your own Breeze account, or you're waiting for this to become available in your area, you can always jump into our amazing support team, access those resources to learn a little bit more about how this tool works. Now, I'm actually going to pivot and jump right back into SkySlope forms. Now, kind of organize today's training, so I'm working backwards. First, we'll jump into Breeze. I'll land here within forms, and we'll end our training in our home base there within our brokerages DTM. Now here, I'm actually going to notice a few additional features up above, and I see I have a filter by option. Once again, this is going to be an additional feature available upon request. So you will need to reach out to your customer success manager, or I'll also drop a link for you here in the chat so that you have a chance to get connected if these are features you would like to add to your own SkySlope Forms account. Now, I do keep in mind, say that they are additional paid features, and you can customize those pricing tiers when you're looking to set this up on what features are applicable to you and your brokerage. Now here, I'm actually going to go ahead, locate by dropping my little menu down, this broker management tool. Again, this is going to be that broker edition add-on. I'll click into broker management here, and you'll notice that I now have two tabs at the top labeled people and groups. I can also filter by groups. Now, Teams access here within SkySlope gives that ability to share access to each other's accounts. Now, there's really two types of setup, a 2-person team and a 3 or more person team. Now, the first option here, let me go ahead and click right into groups. You'll actually set up that grouping first. Now, option 1, that shared account, that 2-person team. In this scenario, we have a 2-person agent team, whether they're partners, spouses, what have you, who work the same deal together. The easiest way to allow both agents access to all files is to create a single account for them to share. The agent name on the account can be a team name, such as Team Smith or John and Michael. All files created for these agents will be listed under the team name. A single login will be tied to that primary email address that both agents will use. Now, here within broker management, we also have that second option, which is a 3 or more person team. Now, this is great if you have a team lead or somebody else that you're really looking to oversee your outgoing envelopes. Now you'll notice when I hit create new group, I'll go ahead and give this guy a name. And it gives me the ability to add people now to my group. Now, this is actually going to have all of the agents that are included within my SkySlope brokerage, or I should say within my brokerage in SkySlope. Now, if I'm organizing a team with 3 or more members, this is going to really alleviate jumping around with more people, logging in with the same information. So here, what we did with Teams access, we most likely have 2 types of participants. We have the agent and we have the lead or the assistant. Since the lead or the assistant and the agent will have different roles, they're going to need 2 different account types. So that is where this grouping is really going to come into play. Agents will have regular agent access, which will allow them to create their own files, access DigiSign and working docs, receive those notifications. And the leader assistant will have the next step above, which is considered a limited TC or a transaction coordinator account. The main difference between the 2 types of accounts is agents can create files for themselves, whereas TCs can only create files on behalf of others. So that's really where this grouping is going to come into play. Rather than having a team with 1 set of login, you'll come in and you'll group your people together in order to enable that visibility. Now I'll go ahead and I can select as many people as I would like and come on down to the bottom, I can hit add to group. It's really as simple as that. When they come right on back here into their main page, back into my SkySlope Forms tool, I'll then have this filter by and the ability to take a look at all of the other people included in my group. So you can group people together here to utilize that team access. And once again, this is a paid additional feature, which you can access using the link I dropped in the chat, which is skyslope.com/broker-edition. All right, last but not least, go ahead and hop back into my SkySlope main account. Now, this is going to be an easy one for us. We're just going to go ahead and jump into a pending transaction. Now, our third newest feature here is the home warranty expanding into some new states. So here within SkySlope, ordering a home warranty will happen while creating a transaction. Now, you'll actually click into your contacts tab and you'll ensure that you're filling out. We'll come right on down here. Interesting. Now, this is a demo account. I'm actually not on this one here, but let me go ahead and jump on over to our checklist instead. There we are. So what I wanted to highlight within that contact section there is you'll want to pre-fill your home warranty information. You then have this quick button here to easily order your home warranty right through your SkySlope transaction account. Now, the real key benefits here is no duplicate entry. Relevant data from your SkySlope file is used to process that home warranty for you. So don't worry about that payment. We'll make sure the invoice is sent over to the title or ESCO contact. And this is just really going to be less work for you. We automatically upload to the home warranty within the document section here of your SkySlope account. And we notify the agent on the other side of the order so that you don't have to. And again, we do have many different providers here for you. So now that we offer this in a few additional states, we're excited so that you have a lot of opportunity for those shortcuts. All right, guys. Well, that is going to wrap up our masterclass here today. Once again, we like to kind of keep these short and sweet, so we'll stick to that 15-minute window. I'll go ahead and bring my PowerPoint back up. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat feature here within Zoom. I'll stick around for a few additional minutes here, so make sure all questions go answered. And while we are giving the chat a minute there for any questions to come in, I'll pose a next step for you. Once again, we talked about that additional Teams access within Forms. If you're interested in Teams access, go ahead and use that link that I dropped in the chat to be set up within Broker Edition. You'll be able to speak with one of our SkySlope reps. They'll talk you through the different options that you have and the different available features here to really help you customize that side of your SkySlope account. Now, it doesn't look like we have any questions, so I'll go ahead and wrap up today's training. Once again, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you being here, and happy SkySloping.